Peacocks are among the most visually famous and emotionally unforgettable birds on Earth. When people see one, even if only once in their entire lifetime, they remember it permanently, because this bird does not just look beautiful, it performs beauty. It is a bird that seems like it was designed to be photographed, celebrated, painted, and admired. This is why the peacock appears in religion, history, art, and culture from ancient civilizations up to modern social media today. However, behind that glamorous shining feather display, there are deeper details about this bird that most people do not actually know at all. That is why, when we start diving into the world of the peacock more seriously, we discover truth that is far more surprising, more complex, and more impressive than the general image we have in our mind. Now that we appreciate how peacocks are not just casual birds but iconic symbols of beauty and mystery, this is the perfect moment to go deeper and uncover what is truly happening behind the feathers and the elegance. Because when we look beyond the surface and start paying attention to the real biology, behavior, and hidden mechanism behind their display, we will discover details that are almost unbelievable, and yet they are all real, all natural, and all scientifically observed. So let us now enter the part that will reveal the things most people never learned about peacocks, even if they see them in zoos, parks, documentaries, temples, or gardens. Here are 10 amazing peacock facts that will completely change how you see this extraordinary bird. Only males are called peacocks. Most people say peacock for all of them, but actually only the male is a peacock, the female is a peahen, and together they are called peafowl. This is something that is not widely known by many viewers online, and it makes you realize how many common names we use incorrectly without knowing the real biology behind them. In science and in zoo labels, the correct term is Indian peafowl, or green peafowl, or Congo peafowl, because there are several species. The male gets all the glory and attention because of his huge shiny feathers, while the female is brownish and plain compared to him. But the peahen is the one who chooses a mate, and she has the right to reject a male even if he is the most beautiful in the whole place. Nature always gives the power to the female in mate selection. The famous peacock tail isn't their real tail. The colorful feathers people admire and photograph are not the peacock's real tail. They are actually long upper tail covers, which are feathers that grow from the back area above the real tail. The true tail is short, hidden underneath those giant fancy feathers, and it is the real tail that lifts everything up when the male fans out his display into that perfect circular shape we always see in photos. When you think about it, this is like a costume built into his body just for display. He can raise and lower those feathers like a huge living fan. Those shimmering blue, green, and gold hues are a miracle of nature's optical design. They are not created by color pigments but by microscopic crystal-like structures that bend and reflect light at different angles, just like a CD or hologram. Their feather eyes are optical illusion magic. The famous eye spots on the peacock plumage are not actually painted circles of color. They are optical illusions created by how microscopic nanostructures in the feathers manipulate light. If you zoom in with a microscope, the feathers do not have actual green or blue pigment molecules. Instead, they are made of keratin that is shaped into layers like thin crystal. These layers bend sunlight and reflect specific wavelengths, producing that metallic blue-green effect. Scientists call this structural coloration, and it is the same science that makes some butterflies, beetles, and hummingbirds shine. This means the peacock is like a walking optical technology from nature. Every time the male moves slightly, light bends differently and the eye spots seem to glow, move, and pulse. This mesmerizes the female because it is alive, changing, dynamic color, not static paint. She chooses the male based on his beauty mathematics. Peahens are extremely picky. They study small details. Research shows they count the number of eye spots. They observe how symmetrical the design is. They notice how full, round, and organized the fan shape is. Female birds in nature are like quality control inspectors. They are not attracted just because it's colorful. They use instinct to detect health. If a male has many perfect eye spots, it means he survived parasites and diseases long enough to grow feathers. So in a weird way, The peacock's beauty is not just for decoration, it is a biological advertisement proving his strong genes. Beauty in nature is honesty. And if the male's fan is damaged or missing sections, many peahens will reject him, no matter how hard he dances and tries to show off. Female choice is powerful. They shake their feathers faster than the human eye can't track. When a male dances, he vibrates his feathers at around 25 to 28 shakes per second. That speed creates a shimmering wave effect where the eye spots appear to float and dance. Our mind sees that wave but cannot separate each individual shake because human vision cannot track beyond a certain speed. This creates the hypnotic motion that people describe in exotic bird documentaries. And the peahen sees the vibration not just with her eyes, she can also feel the air movement. The male creates tiny air pulses like a speaker. The dance is not only visual art, but also a mechanical performance. Nature gives these birds advanced aerodynamic skill just to impress a partner. This is one of the most elaborate mating displays of any bird on the planet. They can fly surprisingly well despite big feathers. People think peacocks cannot fly because their feathers are too big. But the truth is, they are strong flyers for short distances. They usually sleep up on trees at night to avoid predators. They launch themselves upward with strong leg jumps and short flapping flights. This must be shocking to people who only see them walking on the ground in parks. They are not built for long travel flights like migratory birds, but their wings are powerful enough to lift the entire heavy train of feathers off the ground. Imagine carrying a colorful curtain behind your back and still flying. That is how strong they are. They are a reminder that birds are built for survival first, beauty second, but nature found a way to combine both in an incredible animal. They have loud calls that echo far distances. Peacocks are not only visual performers, they are also vocal performers. A peacock call is loud, sharp, and can travel across forests and farm areas. Some people describe it like a child shouting, meow, or like a strong trumpet cry. During mating season, they call loudly because they need to let females know where they are and also warn rival males. Peafowl vocal communication is a complete language system in their own style. They have calls for alarm, calls for location, and calls for territory. When predators like leopards, jackals, or even snakes appear, peafowl can shout out warning calls to alert the whole group. So they are not just decorative birds, they are alert, smart birds with serious communication skills. They eat dangerous animals like snakes and scorpions. Peafowl are actually skilled hunters of small harmful creatures. They eat insects, tiny mammals, scorpions, caterpillars, and sometimes small snakes. In villages in India, people believe peafowl help reduce pests near farm fields. They are not helpless royal birds, they are active foragers and survivors. Their legs are strong, and their beaks can strike accurately. Because of their bravery and their beauty, the Indian peacock became a national symbol of India. In Hindu culture, the peacock is linked to gods and goddesses, and it represents protection, strength, and beauty. Their colorful appearance makes them look gentle, but they can be tough when they need to be. They are more than a gorgeous dancer. They are also a pest controller in the wild. There are several kinds of peafowl. Most people only know the Indian peacock, the blue one. But there is also the green peafowl from Southeast Asia and the Congo peafowl from Africa. The green peafowl has more metallic green sheen that looks like dragon scales. The Congo peafowl is smaller, darker, and more mysterious. Each species has unique feathers, behavior, and calls. The Indian peafowl is the most famous because it has the largest show feathers and is common in parks and temples. The green species is endangered in some areas because of habitat loss. When you discover this, you realize peafowl are not just one bird, they are a family. Just like how there are many types of parrots, there are also many types of peafowl with different beauty styles. That royal beauty gave them special roles in human culture. For thousands of years, peacocks have symbolized royalty, dignity, and paradise in different cultures, from India to Persia to ancient Greece. Their feathers decorated crowns, royal robes, and cultural art. Their design appears in temples, palaces, carpets, jewelry, and national symbols. Their beauty influenced storytelling, religion, and spiritual imagery. People saw them as birds that belonged to palaces or to gods. This cultural admiration is also why many kings protected them in ancient times. Even today, people travel just to see them, photograph them, or include them in films and documentaries. Peacocks remind humanity that pure beauty can exist in nature without human design. They are living art, performance, evolution, and spiritual symbol combined in one magical bird. Even though peacocks look common in some parks and temples, conservation is still extremely important, especially for the other peafowl species that are not as widespread as the Indian blue peacock. The green peafowl from Southeast Asia is threatened in many regions because of habitat destruction, illegal hunting, and rapid land development. In some areas, their forest homes are being replaced by farms, cities, and plantations, and this slowly pushes them out of their natural environment. Because of this, conservation groups, national parks, wildlife departments, and international organizations are now working to protect their habitats, monitor population numbers, and educate local communities about the ecological value of this bird. Some countries are also creating breeding programs to reintroduce peafowl into safe protected areas. When we support conservation, we are not only saving a beautiful species, we are preserving a part of Earth's natural art and cultural heritage for the next generation to witness and appreciate. In the end, the peacock reminds us that nature is capable of producing beauty that is far beyond the imagination of human design. When we look at this bird, we are not just witnessing colorful feathers, we are witnessing evolution, survival strategy, intelligence, and artistry combined. If we take time to understand the deeper science behind what makes the peacock so mesmerizing, we realize that every shimmer, every dance, every eye spot, and every movement is a message about life and natural creation. And even though these birds have existed for millions of years, they still have the power to surprise us today. So whenever someone sees a peacock again, in real life, in a photo, or in a documentary, I hope they will no longer see just a fancy bird, but a living masterpiece that deserves respect, protection, and admiration from all of us.